Welcome to the Bag Hag Digest. Hello beautiful bag lovers, it's Trina. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to show you the process I went through to dye my Gucci suede bag that I presented to you about a month ago, I guess, on YouTube. I'll link to that video up here somewhere. Yeah, let's get right to it. So this is the item, the Gucci bag. As you can see, some parts of it are in pretty good condition, but suede, light suede, tends to get nasty very quickly. And the worst part on this bag, and the reason I got it so cheaply, was because of this. Quite a lot of damage. Somebody really put some tough solvent on here. It's really rough and it's very disfigured, shall we say. So I have gone out of my way to buy some special dye for this. This is from Angelus, a very famous brand of dye. I got it, I think I bought this from Amazon in Japan. It took a little while to get here and it was a little more expensive than I could have purchased it where I'm living in the States. But I do like this brand, and it comes in a cardboard box, and you can put your dye right in here. It gives it a safe place to rest so it doesn't spill over, which I think is pretty simple and pretty ingenious. So I quite like that. It also came with a dauber, but I'm going to use an old dauber instead, just to keep this one fluffy for future use and to recycle. This was used in dye, not for suede, but for another dye, but that should be all right. Before I went in with the dye, I also purchased for just a couple of bucks on Amazon this Suede Cleaner. It has very hard metallic bristles in the inside, and then softer on the outside, and this allows you to go in and get the grit out of the grains. So I did this all over the bag already, and it didn't really make a difference, I'll be honest. It got some staining out, but it also roughened up the suede a bit, because this suede is not a very grainy one. It's very hard and there's not a lot of fluff on it, so I don't know if it made a lot of difference, but I did it anyway. And the eraser is something that works in general for a lot of leathers. You can, and on patent leather too apparently, it's just a simple erasing thing. Just an eraser, it's just rubber, and you put this on stains, rub it out and brush it away, and it picks up some stuff. So I've done that already, and no issues. One thing you do want to be careful with these products is not to press too hard, and just go gently in and just take more time if need be. Otherwise you risk damaging. The other couple of products I got was some stain and water repellent. This is also from Angelus, and this will hopefully seal the suede so I don't get any further water stains, and also any dye coming off on my clothes. That would be a real bummer. But unfortunately got damaged in shipping. I don't know if you can see that, but the cap is, there you go, it's broken. Oh well. And finally, I also purchased some brushes, also from Angelus, because my other ones are pretty crap. These are a bit better quality, but for the time being, I think I'm going to stick with the dauber, and at least today, I'm not going to finish this today. I'm going to start in on the back, because that's where the nastiness is. I think what I'm going to do is take the lining out slightly so that I don't risk dyeing it, having the dye go through. So that's what we're going to do now. All right, so let's get to it. Let's hope I don't get dye anywhere else. Now, I should be wearing gloves, but for right now, I'm just gonna go bare hands and see how we go. I'll probably get filthy at some point. Okay. Okay, it looks very liquidy compared to the other dye. Let's find out how this works here. Okay, I put some on here. Oh, scary. Okay, pretty basic. Interesting. I don't know if this is picking up on camera, but it's not, can you see that? And the light's really showing it. It doesn't seem to be covering up that nastiness too well. The rest of the dye is in the normal places is fine, but this might take a couple of coats. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for today. I'm surprised how easy this is. This has been the easiest dye job I've ever done. Suede is a new thing for me. I have gone through quite a lot of the dye though, which has me somewhat concerned. I'm perhaps using too much. I know I put a heck of a lot on the back, but I just couldn't cover up those damaged pieces. As far as the front goes, no problem. I'm putting, it might look like I'm pressing pretty hard on this, but I'm actually going in with very light strokes, and it's because I'm using this brush and just swirling it around like this, or brushing it back and forth. It's really trying to get up all the fibers, so I think it's really soaking in the surface quite well. And I know on camera it looks a lot more streaky with the lighting that I have around right now than it does to the naked eye, and I think that's just the nature of suede, really. So I'm gonna do the rest of it tomorrow, and hopefully the dye will get me through. The one thing I'm concerned about is that the piping on this is a brown color, and I don't think it's leather. I think it's some sort of plastic, so that may wear off, but for now I'm dyeing it. If it is plastic, I'll be able to rub it off. And it was a little tricky to get into the metal. I may have to go in there with a brush after to get into the details. And there'll be more details around the chains later, but I think that is more than half of the bag done now. So I'm gonna let this dry overnight and contend with the rest tomorrow. So there you go. Hey guys, I'm back. It's the next day. Actually, it's 2 days later. I went ahead and painted, or dyed rather, the rest of the bag, except for the fact that, oh my gosh, I ran out of dye. So this project is going to be presented to you somewhat incomplete, although, you know, I've covered up the main parts and I could get away with using the bag now because it's only the insides that I missed. I haven't gone around the inside frame here. I've tried to start here, but I ran out of dye, and the whole flap here is still bare. And as you can see, that chain is noisy. The edging is not very gracefully done either. But the rest of the bag is dyed. I can't believe I went through a whole container of dye to do this. However, I've just finished cleaning up the metal, but now I'm just gonna go through and see if I can't get off any extra dust or flecks off the dye. So here we go, and yeah, as I thought, there's a bit of stuff on here. So we'll just go through that. Yeah, it's getting up some dye as well, actually. Okay, so I'll just continue doing the rest of this off camera, and then we'll spray the bag and I'll show you what it looks like a little better. So now I'm just going over the bag with a cloth to pick up residual dye, and as you can see, there's plenty of it. I'm hoping that the spray will sort of solidify the dye or set it into its place so that I don't have to worry about that. You can see the dye has on my fingers and has run off here, so I'm definitely gonna have to dye this part here, too messy. Yeah, overall looks good though. Now we're gonna spray this little sucker. I'm not sure how to use this. Let's find out together. It says, God, I'm blind. This is probably not a good idea. Surface to be treated must be clean and dry. Brush up suede prior to spraying. Hold can upright. Spray 6 to 8 inches. 6 to 8 inches. How many centimeters is that? We'll figure it out. Covering the entire surface. Excessive spraying may darken some colors. And natural leather. Repeat as needed. Let dry before use. Okay, let's go for it. What is that? 10 inches? No, yeah, it's about 10 inches. Let's go for it. You can see here that I didn't get rid of all the staining that I was trying to cover up with the black dye. It's unfortunate, but it's better now than it was before, and I'm happy with it. Considering that I paid like $20 for this bag. Okay guys, I am going to let this dry and come back to you in a bit. Hey guys, okay bag lovers, so I'm gonna stop here today and present you the final result, even though it's not final. I have to go in with another coat or 2 or 3 of the spray, because even after having put one on, letting it dry, I can still feel the dye rubbing off. I'm not sure if this whole thing was a fail or not. I don't know until the end. And I also have to go back and get some more dye to finish off the interior of the bag. Maybe not the full interior, but at least the inside flap. But this is what the bag looks like. Definitely an improvement in my opinion. I have a lot of black bags, I know. I'm wearing, what is it with me? I don't know, I just like it. But dealt with most of the staining. It's a lot more chic, a lot more versatile now, assuming the dye doesn't run or stain off or rub off, but I like the way it looks. So what I'm gonna do is go over this a few more times, as I said, wait for the dye to arrive, dye it up, spray it up again, and I will give you an update on how this bag is looking in the future, so that if you intend to dye your suede, what you can expect. This is my first time dyeing suede, and the first time I've potentially seen an issue, because yeah, my hands are clean here. Let's see. Oh, actually that's pretty good, isn't it? Maybe it's just a few spots. All right, we'll stop here in any case. Bag Hag signing out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.